MultiGY6 Games, the gamer channel that brings you a variety of entertainment and content. Bo here and here. Before I kick things off, I'd appreciate the love by y'all sharing and hitting those icons that need to click. And with that said, check out the social medias where I post daily and keep in touch with the followers. Now let go. Alright agents, as we're closing into the release of Warlords of New York expansion DLC, dropping this Tuesday coming up, I want to dive a little further into what the seasons are all about. And seasons are a new feature that TD2's finally adding. I mean, we've had zero shit to play for a while, but I'm very hyped for this. It's going to keep me engaged in playing this game. I want to say pretty much daily, and let's get into why so. And the first thing is, what is a season? A season is a large part of what they're focusing for our end game. You know, not many people do the raid. You know, eventually we'll get another raid. But this is going to be what we're doing for year 2 at least. And they run for 12 weeks at a time. That's 3 months. So with the first season starting March 10th, 1 week after release of the expansion, that comes this Tuesday, there will be 12 weeks of the first season, followed by 1 week off. So you'll have one buffer week, and then followed by the second season. That's for 12 weeks, 1 week off, followed by the third and final season of year 2. And then that takes up a whole year. And with these seasons come a multitude of activities. Let's call them special activities. And they're going to always start and end on Tuesdays, just like your invasions. But that doesn't mean each activity only just lasts for 1 week. Some may take a few weeks to go. For instance, seasonal manhunt. The main target, is not unlocked until the 3rd week. Anyway, just clearing that out. But these seasons come with those special activities, as I mentioned, and those include seasonal manhunt that I just said, global events. Global events are back. This new thing we got with leagues, and that's where we kind of bring back the time trials and all that shit. I'll explain later. And of course, our favorite apparel events. Now, what's the purpose of the seasons? Well, what I'm going to be going for is capping out, hitting the 100 levels. Yes, I said 100 levels given in those 3 months. So there'll be some grinding to do, because one level is similar to taking up a whole proficiency cache in the game today. Now, I know how some of y'all are thinking. 100 levels? Shit, I ain't gonna get around to all that. I ain't got time for that. Shout out Tosh. But I'm gonna get to something down the line, and we're gonna get y'all covered for the people who play periodically and aren't too grinding and getting, you know, just getting burnt out on the game like that. But let's go into these different activities that these seasons include. First off, you have the seasonal manhunt. Now, these seasonal manhunts are kind of still working on the storyline of what Warlords of New York is going to bring. And of course, this special seasonal manhunt, just thinking of it, if you pull up your bounty tab, when you pull up the map, you know how you had those locked targets? Just think of it, because with seasonal manhunts, you're going to have 4 targets to take out, which unlocks the prime target. Now, what's cool about this, oh, and by the way, that prime target, once the seasonal manhunt starts, that prime target won't be unlocked till week 3. So it's no rush. But that prime target, every time you take out a prime target with the seasonal manhunt, you get a unique skill mod. So I'm going to be going for it, no problem. And when it comes to these prime targets, we're going to be getting, in quotations, a revamped target mission that's going to involve a new faction. So it's going to be those cleaners, the battalion, last man battalion, all that shit for each prime target. So we'll have a little twist when we get to the big boss. Now, once you're done, you can choose to change the difficulty, and you can even go try that bitch out on heroic. Now, throughout the seasons, they're also going to be having season events. And to make this quick and easy, just think of it as a week-long boost of XP for all your shit. So let's call it your catch-up week to if you got behind on your XP for your season. Now, another activity, and I'm sure a majority of us are familiar with what this is, and that's global events. I don't have to explain, where you have modify and you get unique effects, and in most cases it makes the game easier, but at the same time it makes you change up your gameplay, so it keeps it from being monotonous. So global events are always a good time. Everybody loves them, and they include challenges that are going to be unlocked on a daily basis. I don't particularly like this idea, because what if somebody on, say, like a Tuesday or Wednesday, early in the week of global event, that's their time that they can get a lot of fucking gaming in, and you're, oh my god, fucking dryer, apologies. So when you're getting your gaming in, you're on a full grind session, and you're gonna be done with your challenges, and guess what? They're gonna keep unlocking shit throughout the week. It's very unfortunate for people who can't get around on, let's say, later week and the weekends. Next activity, leagues. Another new activity. But leagues are really just, it's gonna be faction based PvE. So with the first league is gonna be the west side, and it's gonna be focused on the outcast. But this is kind of like, you're gonna get challenges to complete to get your XP, and most people are gonna do that, but some are gonna want to run the time trials. Time trial, and son of a bitch, and this just gives the speed runners a chance to, you know, go fisticuffs with other people and try to show who's got the biggest Franken beans. Let's go with that. You don't have to participate in time trials. You just do the challenges, you'll get your XP, but I'm sure the time trials will give you more XP with the higher you rank, maybe. And of course, the last activity, which we're all familiar with, is the apparel events. But apparel events, you can't participate until you've reached level 40, so be aware of that. And of course, like today, you get the apparel event caches every 3 proficiency caches. Now, of course, this is all cool, fun, well indeed shit, but what are you working towards? Well, every season on free track, we're going to be getting to unlock gear, and for season 1 it's the striker and system corruption, and then you get an exotic and some other named gear and weapons along with arm patches. Who gives a shit? But there's also another thing that they brought in, and it's called the premium track. And this is going to cost you $10 per season. So if you are one of those people who love apparel and different outfits, weapon skins, and all that kind of shit, new emotes, well, you're going to be paying $10. And as I promised before, I was going to get a little further, little more detail into the people who don't have the time to grind all that. And that is something that they're bringing, which is called seasonal level skips. And this won't be available, so you'll know if you really want some shit, especially like if you haven't gotten, if you're still out of reach of, like, say, a weapon you know you're gonna get, or an exotic cache that's up on that free track. Well, you buy this level skip, and this will, you know, boost you up 10 levels, who knows, 20 maybe. And as we close out, hope you got what you came for. Share with your mates. Click those buttons that need the clicking. Want to catch us in action? Check out the squad as we stream. Schedule down below in the description. Swing on by and say hello. And as always, I say peace. We're down.